we know for sure now. We know for sure now, Mike. United will not win the 2021-22 Premier League title, and that's a great way to end that. Look, let's talk Liverpool, Arsenal, 4-0. Oh my God, 4-0. Let me hear your thoughts on this game.
Wait, Dub, did you predict a draw for this?
I did predict a 2-2 draw.
I mean,
I'm not proud of that. I'm not proud of that prediction. I just want to put it out there. I'm not proud of the prediction. Arsenal, you let me down because I actually thought with the form that they were in, I think there were 10 games in all competitions unbeaten. And I was like, Arteta and his boys are going to go there and they're going to put up a good fight. And after the whole Arteta Klopp thing, I'm like, Arteta means business, man.
I was going to say that this game completely changed when Arteta tried to be a big man and go up at Klopp. And then you know what Klopp did? Said, watch this. Boom. Mane, Jota, right? Salah, Taki. Boom. Out of here, Arteta.
What if they didn't hold Arteta back? Because he looked like he was a mad bull or something about to rip Klopp's face off.
Klopp is like 6'4". You don't want to mess with Klopp. If you see that guy in a club, you ain't messing with Klopp. I'm just telling you that right now.
but the way Arteta was behaving, it was more of a kind of behavior like he told the guys, like, all right, listen, I'm gonna do this. Just hold me back. Hold me back. You know? And then he got crazy. And then
he was getting confident.
Back. Yeah, pretty much, man. But look, that was a blow away. Arsenal, they look like the team from August. This was August Arsenal and not, you know what I mean, the Arsenal that we've been seeing in September and October. But just to run through the goals really quick, Sadio Mane. Wait, I do have some notes here. Let me make sure I don't miss any of the key moments here. Look, Mike, before we get into the game, right? I know it's midnight over in Finland, but you could spare me an extra 15 minutes. I know that.
Yeah, of course. Look, I get 5 hours of sleep. It's okay.
Look, talk about sleep, bro. Over the past couple days, I've been getting like very little sleep, bro. That's how dedicated I've been. But the injuries that Liverpool had coming into this game, I never expected this type of performance because there was Keita, Milner, Elliott, Firmino, Jones, Gomez, and Henderson couldn't start because he was not fully fit. Am I forgetting any names? Maybe
Robertson?
Robertson. I didn't even say Robertson was missing. So that's why I give Arsenal a little, you know, like they get something. I know they don't perform well at Anfield, but they'll get something because of their form. You have Saka, Smith Rowe playing well. You know, Thomas Partey has been in good form. Aubameyang, Takehiro, Tomiyasu looks good. I'm like, Tavares look good. Ramsdale, they're going to get something. They ended up getting nothing, man. You know, before I move on, this should have been about 8-0 though.
Ramsdale, he made some incredible saves again.
This should have been 8-0, man. And I'm telling you, this guy Ramsdale has done a whole 360 on his career and what people's perception of him is, because when initially they signed him, I'm like, this is a joke signing, bro. Where they going with this dude? Relegated back-to-back seasons, and this is how ambitious you are to sign Ramsdale? Bro, you hear Chelsea fans talking about Edward Mendy and Ramsdale has been the best keeper in the league this season. Nobody can listen, anybody tell me anything otherwise, you haven't been watching the games. They haven't.
I mean, Mendy has been excellent this season as well. I mean, come on. How many goals have they conceded this season?
Bro, you watch this Liverpool. I don't care about the goals conceded. I'm just talking about the goals saved, bro. Because guess what? Ederson do not concede a lot of goals. You know why? He doesn't get a lot of shots at him. You see what I'm saying? Ederson is making tea during the games. He's going behind the goal and he's making tea, you know what I mean? Straining his tea.
Yeah, the kettle's boiling and all that sort of stuff.
Exactly. But for Ramsdale, he never gets a break because Arsenal's defense is not as good as Man City's defense. You see what I mean? So Ramsdale, this game, listen, it's a bold statement, but trust me, some of the saves that this guy has made, I don't know how he did them. Even Foster, Ben Foster in his vlog, he said, bro, Ramsdale, bro, that was good, bro. I don't know how you do that to your body and everything, but no. And you could see he's enjoying it. He gets up and he like celebrates and he
Yeah, he's
laughs.
smiling all the time when he
Bro,
makes a save. I
I'm
love it.
telling you, bro, I'm going to make the big call. I don't care who want to say their goalkeeper. Ramsdale right now has been the best goalkeeper in the league this season. I don't care. I'm putting my neck on the line for Ramsdale, bro. You know, I have to make amends. I called him shit before. You know what I mean? He's turned to goal. He's probably turned to goal right now.
Mm-hmm.
But look, Liverpool's team coming into this game and the bench with four preemies on the bench. You know, these guys are probably secondary school still. You know what I mean? And Liverpool, they blasted Arsenal out the park, and that's why I was so surprised, man. Look, talk about Ramsdale. We're going to go through the goals. We're going to go through the big moments. 29th minute, Mike. That Thiago chance, that volley, that ball put in by Trent. Look, attacking-wise, I have no bad thing to say about Trent Alexander-Arnold. We know how good he is. But that was a good play. That was a good volley by Thiago. I think that was one of Thiago's best games for Liverpool, too.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that. He was amazing on the day. Him and Fabinho literally let nothing go past the midfield for Liverpool. Arsenal's midfield was all over the place for that matchup. And Ox, you got to give credit to Ox. Like, obviously,
listen,
Ox was defensively amazing.
Big in the game. I knew I didn't get to that one yet, but I'm telling you, this is one of his best games for a very, very long time, too. Probably coming up against his old club. You know what I mean? He wanted to show them what they missed. But that Thiago volley, bro, I'm telling you, I really don't know how that didn't go in, but it's Ramsdale. And then there was another chance when the Mane Tomiyasu
thing. He tried to flick it up.
Yeah, when Ramsdale saved it and then Klopp and Arteta almost fought because of that whole thing. Yo, man. Before that, the game was pretty dead. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was. It was very scrappy for the first 25 minutes, I would say. Nothing was going. Liverpool were kind of slumpy. I felt like it was a little, international break hangover. And then once the Arteta Klopp issue happened, the game just started spicing up and Liverpool took advantage of it, while Arsenal players just dwindled down and just became the old Arsenal. They didn't have the cojones to stick with Liverpool. Big games, they just don't show up, Arsenal. It's just a fact. You could say in the last 10 matches that Arsenal have been unbeaten, have they really played anybody? They should have lost to Crystal Palace. Remember, they got the late goal with Lacazette. Brighton, they should have lost. They were absolutely dreadful in that matchup. I'll give credit. They were good against Leicester in the first 30 minutes, and they just defended well. I mean, in this game, Liverpool, once they got that second goal, it was all over. And how many goals would Liverpool get in the end? I mean, you bigged up Nuno Tavares. He was terrible. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Don't go too far. 35th minute, Tsimikas to Salah. Ramsdale with the save. I don't know. I don't know how he's doing it. I really don't know how he's doing it.
That shot went directly at Ramsdale. I'll say that.
But usually that ball goes straight through any other goalkeeper, bro. Listen, that was... I'm telling you, I'm a City fan, bro.
That shot went straight to Ramsdale. You know that.
That ball goes straight underneath Edison, bro. Straight under Edison. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But look, Trent Alexander-Arnold, what about his shot that was tipped over by Ramsdale?
That was a good save.
Exactly. The goal came, Liverpool were teasing for the goal, and, Mane, the goal came 39th minute. And that was some scintillating football there played by Liverpool. The ball in by Trent Alexander-Arnold. You see?
Magnificent.
If he could just defend us half as good as he could attack, then I will give him the ratings as the best right back in the world. But he's the best attacking right back in the world, not defensively. So 1-0 at halftime. Liverpool's pressure towards the end of the first half, it was rewarded, a 0-0, and Arsenal was still in the game. 52nd minute, the mistake by Nuno Tavares that you were talking about. He won the ball well from Trent Alexander-Arnold, but then he held on to the ball way too long and then passed it to Jota. He basically assisted the Jota goal. But Jota still had a lot to do. And to keep his poise and just go around a few players and to scoop it up into the goal, that was a brilliant move, man. and it's a good thing. You gotta give Liverpool the credit for bringing in Jota as well, because in times like these, when Firmino is out, Origi would have been in there, and he's not as good as Jota. So the Jota signing is paying dividends once again, and he loves playing against Arsenal. I think that was his 4th goal against Arsenal. Any thoughts on the Jota goal?
I just wish he did a no-look goal like Firmino does. That's all I was hoping for. He literally left Ben White, said adios, goodbye to you, Ramsdale, adios, and I was just hoping he would do a no-look goal just like Firmino does every season. That's all I was hoping for. That was Nuno Tavares. He was trying to do too much on that sequence there.
Before a couple games he's played in the absence of Tierney, he was really good. He's been really good, man. He's been so good. I've been thinking, like, God, we needed a left back at City. Why we didn't just go in for this dog kissing guy? You know what I mean? But Arsenal got him, and he had a stinker. Arsenal did get a good chance at goal in the 65th minute. Aubameyang played in behind, and Alisson with the big right foot. Not much to do, but when he was called upon, he did his thing. And that's why I give Alisson credit. He does save Liverpool on a lot of occasions, because if Arsenal had scored, they were right back in the game. The momentum could have swung Arsenal's way, and they could have got 1 or 2 more, and Liverpool could have dropped points, but that didn't happen. Look, 68 minute. It was a Liverpool break. Salah queued up Jota, and it was another big one by Aaron Ramsdale, man. So this is probably like the 4th big save that Ramsdale made in the entire game, which means that if it was any other keeper, trust me, I watched the highlights for every single goal that was scored over the weekend. There was some terrible goalkeeping errors where balls went in at near post and balls went on the keeper. And listen, if it wasn't for Ramsdale, I'm trust me, if it was Bernd Leno in goal, Liverpool scored 8. Liverpool scored 8 against Arsenal on the night. 8.
Yep.
And we know it's possible. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we know it's possible. I just don't know why Jota, he put it back towards where Ramsdale was coming from. I don't know why he didn't put it into the left side of the goal. That I don't get, but it was a good save from Ramsdale, of course. Like, reactionary save. You have like a split second to just make a good, strong hand.
Mike, what do you make of the 3rd goal, the Salah goal? Let me see if you really caught what happened for that goal. What do you make of that goal?
For the 3rd goal?
Yeah.
Oh, good play from the back from Liverpool. Then Jota just leaves it towards Mane. Mane just leaves Ben White.
Just for this disclosure, guys. Mike AirPods, like they give up.
They gave up, man. They gave up just like the Arsenal defense for that goal. Ben White was just left for dust, and Mane just easy tap into Salah, and the front 3 celebrate with all 3 goals. Happy days.
Did you notice that ball came directly from Alisson?
Yep.
One touch from Alisson to Tsimikas, a header from Tsimikas to Jota, a header from Jota to Mane, who was onside. It was a brilliant goal. It was a brilliant goal, man. It was a brilliant goal. I wish you were here for us to talk about the City game, but I know you got to go soon. It's midnight over in Finland. You got work in the morning. I'll rave on about City's performance against Everton, but listen. We know who the best teams are in England. It's Chelsea, it's City, it's Liverpool right now. Yeah. It's definitely not Manchester United. They're not in the competition. They're not in the conversation. And the title is gone. It is gone. 12 points off the top, it's done. You do not win a title after losing 6 games in your first... Do they have 6 losses in their first 12 games? This is like... Five losses. This is absolutely atrocious, man. But anyways, I know you as a Liverpool fan would love this. Myself as a City fan, I'm absolutely loving it, bro. This is like eating my favorite double scoop of ice cream right now. I'm telling you, it's just pleasure, man. You know, I could have
I'm a-
other ways to describe it, but I'm gonna keep it ice cream level, man. I'm
Ice
telling you,
cream level. I haven't heard from my Manchester United fans in a long, long time, man. I keep messaging in my group chats. They
bro,
haven't. They read it, but they
bro.
don't respond to it.
I checked on my United fan at work today, bro. He's rattled. When I say he's rattled, and he's gone so low that he was talking to me really nicely, like he's talking to me about solutions and things like that. And I'm like, bro, I'm the wrong person to talk to. You know what I'm saying? I want you to just go. I just want your club to just the whole thing to just burn to the ground, bro. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's what I want for you. But
Uh,
anyways, look, man, Liverpool got a third. Great goal by Salah. He had to get into the mix, and you know that's. Could you believe Salah has 11 goals this season, along with what 7 assists, which is
crazy.
absolutely ridiculous, bro.
Crazy,
I'm
man.
telling you,
I'm
it's
I'm worried about
ridiculous.
when I know you and me are both going to cover the AFCON. I'm getting worried.
Yeah,
I'm gonna actually make a video talking about like
yeah,
how certain teams across Europe are really going to be affected by this
bro.
AFCON
I'm
tournament.
telling you,
Like
bro.
Napoli as well. Oof.
Liverpool are definitely. I'm telling you, without Salah and Mane, Liverpool they would need a big effort from the backup brigade, a few of the youngsters, for them to get through that late. And it could be late December until maybe February because Senegal could go deep, Egypt could go deep. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
And Naby Keita is out injured, and he'll be there with Guinea anyways.
Yeah. Well,
Guinea,
they'll go on to the group
you know,
stage.
so yeah, they're not getting far. But the Afghan is another problem. But look, all Liverpool needs to do to alleviate that is make a big signing early January. First day come, you sign you sign Rafinha from Leeds. I'm just giving you guys
Oof.
some recommendations. You know what I'm saying? You sign Rafinha from Leeds, you pay up the money, and you know what I mean, you go through unscathed because look, 4 games could definitely decide your season. One game could decide. 1 minute could decide your season. One mistake, one slip could decide your season. So just want to keep it that way.
Why,
But look,
why you got to bring the one slip? Come on, bro. You gotta drop that. You come on, dog.
oh my
You gotta do
God.
that.
Look, I
It's
gotta
13 past
listen,
midnight here in Finland, and you gotta drop that on me.
bro. I gotta spice it up, bro. What's wrong with you? I gotta throw a
All
little
right,
pepper sauce on it, man. But
I
look,
have I have a replacement for the AFCON missing players.
tell me,
It's the fourth goal scorer. When he plays, he scores. Taki,
Minamino.
you know,
Oh yeah,
when he
yeah,
plays,
yeah.
bro. I think he's every game he's played this season, he has scored. It's ridiculous.
The thing
Taki's on
is,
fire.
what a lot of people fail to realize is Taki Minamino is a big player, you know, for Japan. For Liverpool, his stature diminishes quite a lot. But when he puts on that Japanese jersey, he's massive. You see what I mean?
Yeah, but he hasn't
But
played that good for the Japanese national team, I would say.
yeah, but still though, you know what I mean? It's the fact that he's not playing a lot for his club as well.
Yeah, that could
You
affect
see
it as
what I
well.
mean? Because before he came to Liverpool, Salzburg Minamino is a total different Minamino. You see what I mean?
Hmm.
But he has the capabilities. So guys like Minamino, Origi would need to step up. Liverpool could jump and make the signing that they want to make during the summer in January, or it could definitely affect them, man. But look, Minamino came on and with his first touch or two, he put it in the back of the net. Trent Alexander-Arnold with the assist. That was a really good build-up as well. From the back to Henderson, dinked over to Mane to Salah to Trent Alexander-Arnold, and then in the back of the net. So brilliant stuff, man. You know what I mean? Look, Liverpool really surprised me with this performance, especially after the performance while I was going to the Everglades down in Florida. You lost to West Ham. So, you know what I mean? So, good stuff, man. Good stuff. Congrats on the win. And big 3 points. You're still behind City in the table, however. And even though it's 1 point, you're still behind. You're behind Chelsea as well. And you guys, after suffering the first loss of the season, you can't be dropping points like that, or you could fall behind both Chelsea and City, though. Look, what are your thoughts overall after 12 games this season, and how you feel? Talk to me.
I'm happy. I mean, obviously the West Ham performance was not the greatest, but it's going to happen in a season where you're not going to be perfect every single match. I mean, if a team is going to be perfect every single match, kudos to them. It's you're going to have blimps, and you could arguably say that Alisson was at fault for three of those goals against West Ham. But I've thoroughly been surprised at how lethal our attack is at the moment. Last season, I mean, we were struggling massively to score the goals. I mean, Salah, Mane, they were having poor seasons, and from my standards, at least when it was January through March, like when Liverpool couldn't win a home game. But now it seems like our attack is the best in the world. Nobody wants to play our attack. Once we can get our defense sorted, and the midfield was I mean, Fabinho, he was my man of the match. He was everywhere on the pitch. He stopped any Arsenal attack that was coming through. Yes, we're going to talk about Salah and these sort of guys, but Fabinho was excellent on the day against Arsenal. I'm happy. Champions League, we're already first place. We can rest guys on Wednesday against Porto, and we move on to next weekend. I cannot remember who we play next weekend for Liverpool, but it should be an
So I
easy
think
day.
it's Southampton. I think it's Southampton the last
Okay,
time
so
I checked. You know.
okay, well that could be a tough matchup. We lost to them last year away 1-0. So and Southampton did lose to Norwich City 2-1. So maybe they'll come back with a little bit of vengeance on Liverpool. But I still Liverpool think will win that matchup quite convincingly, in my opinion. But I've been happy. Defensively, we got to work on, though. I was getting some vibes of 17-18 season when we couldn't defend for anything. I mean, we were giving up 3-4 goals each game, and I was like, this is not looking good. But I think Van Dijk is slowly getting back into form and to healthiness. I think the international break is actually helping him get into more game time and getting to 100%. So I'm happy. This is not a sprint, guys. This is a marathon to win the Premier League. You don't win it in November. If we won it in November, Everton would have won the Premier League last season. This is a marathon. Talk to me in March and April about winning the Premier League title. It's just going to be a 3-horse race. You can already tell. There ain't no other teams.
Yeah.
Maybe West Ham, but that's about it. It's a 3-horse race for the Premier League. It should be absolutely enthralling. Can't wait for it. Hopefully Liverpool win it. That's all I got to hope for.
Well said, Mike. It's going to take a lot. I think it's going to take a fit Liverpool. It's going to take Liverpool to go into late December, early January, maybe early February, and deal with the fact that Salah and Mane won't be with the team. And hopefully for Liverpool, they come back fit, because they could go down, go into Africa, and these guys could come back with injuries. You don't want that. You see what I mean? So that's the key for Liverpool. Keep the players fit, negotiate a tough period that I just talked about with the guys away to AFCON, and you win. But it's going to be tough. But what works for you too is that Chelsea will be without Edouard Mendy, their Lord and Savior Jesus Christ at the back, and with Kepa in goal, it might get very, very ugly for them. City would be without Mahrez, which is okay because we know Mahrez hasn't been starting games anyways. We'll be fine. You see what I mean? And the other teams are not really in the reckoning. West Ham will be without quite a few of their players as well. They're going to the AFCON, Ben Rama for sure. So, you know what I mean? Look, it's going to be a really, really good season. We are a third of the way through, and it's already shaping up. It's already shaping up to be a lovely season. It's been entertaining. We're watching Man United suffer. Both of our teams are doing well. Ole is now gone. I'm sad about that. We won't get the comedy in the league anymore. Look, just before you go, bro, you saw his interview that he did after the game, bro. This man is laughing and then say sorry about the smile there. He was absolutely rattled, bro.
Yeah,
rattled.
He knew he was gone after that match. He knew it.
Bro, I'm telling you, it doesn't matter how much money you have. When you get sacked, that's the worst feeling, bro. I'm telling you, there were 2 times, bro. Twice, I almost got, matter of fact, more than twice. I probably almost got fired about 3-4 times from my current job, right? And those were the worst periods. Twice, I was home, and the week I couldn't listen. It's like every time I think about, God, I don't have my job no more. But it's a good thing. They sacked my boss before he could sack me. So, you know what I mean?
Worked out well.
Yeah, man. God bless. I'm blessed.
Quick
blessed.
question, Don. Quick question. What do you make of Arsenal? I mean, yes, they have been impressive in the last 10 games, going undefeated, but this performance, it just shows that they are still miles behind everybody else in the league. Maybe they'll be good in the next 2 to 3 years. They have the youngest squad in the Premier League. We got to give that. But
I think
Arteta has to prove it against the top teams. He has to.
to be honest, Mike, I think you're being a little harsh on Arsenal. I think Arsenal just met Liverpool at the wrong time and they got slapped up, and they're gonna get up, they're gonna bounce back, and they just needed that little reminder, like where you're at, like, you know what I mean, just a little reminder, like, hey man, they say easy, get off your high horse, and this thing is gonna be a very tough season because Arsenal were a winner away from touching the top four. And by the time you touch the top four, you would start believing again that you could get that Champions League spot, and then that you're becoming a top six club again. That would just be a reminder that, hey, to become a top six, you have to stop getting smashed 5 by City and 4 by Liverpool, and you have to beat Chelsea. You got to beat United. You got to beat, they beat Tottenham. That's, you know what I mean? But it's Tottenham. Yeah, and also, yeah, man. Yeah, I think they'll be fine, man. That's just a blip. That's just a little hiccup there. They'll be all right. Liverpool were the better team on the day. Arsenal were goddamn awful. Simple. Simple.
They were terrible. Yeah. They were playing like San Marino.
But, Mike, I know you got to go, bro, because and you're enjoying this one. You're enjoying this a little bit too much.
I'm enjoying it, bro. It's nice. It's nice talking to Dominic Rich on the Premier League as both our teams are doing well and a certain team is not doing so well. But exactly, it is what it is.